Friday night, September 12th, 2014. It is difficult for me to find the words to describe the emotion and the powerful presence which rolls through my mind as I walked along in the darkness. The air is heavy with a misting rain, and I am glad for it, since it covers the tracks of my tears. My father is a survivor of the war. My pride for him swells with every step, grateful that his name is not on the wall, that he came back to us. For others, the quiet roar of sadness weighs down my feet, causing me to pause and reflect as I traverse the ground in front of the wall. This temporary monument, erected by soldiers past and present, loved ones and friends, has given me a small glimpse into the war that many found unnecessary. But for me, it has forever changed how I view the war and those who served alongside my father, the ones who made it back and the ones who didn't. From the immortal words of Abraham Lincoln, who explained it so eloquently many years before, it is rather for us to be here, dedicated to the great task before us, that from these honored dead, we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave their last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation shall have a new birth of freedom, and that the government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. The Gettysburg Address, November 19th, 1863.
Oh, beautiful, far spacious skies, far amber waves of grain, far purple mountain majesties, over the fruited plain. But now wait a minute, I'm talking about America, sweet America. You know, God done shed his grace on thee. He crowned our good. Yes, he did. Heavy brotherhood from sea to shining sea. You know, I wish I had somebody to help me sing this.
As we gathered together to dismantle the traveling wall, we are reminded of why we were all here at the 271 rally in the first place. Our heroes, past, present, and future. I leave with you now some writings, poems, and memories from Vietnam soldiers, survivors, and loved ones who gave their words to best describe what I cannot with mine. If you are able, save for them a place inside of you and save one backward glance when you are leaving for the places they can no longer go. Be not ashamed to say you loved them, even though you may or may not have always. Take what they have taught you with their dying and keep it with your own. And in that time when men decide and feel safe to call the war insane, take one moment to embrace those gentle heroes you left behind. Major Michael Davis O'Donnell, January 1st, 1970, Doc Tho, Vietnam. Listed as killed in action, February 7th, 1978. Judy Paul dedicated these poignant words to Douglas Robert Mormon in December of 1990, and like so many others, describes her visit to the wall in Washington. One name has a face, Judy Paul, copyright 1990. It is there, like a roll call of time, to bear silent witness and tribute to all those who served in America's longest and most ghastly war. It is there to bring together the torn threads of recognition and reconciliation. It is there to testify to the greatest outpouring of emotion ever witnessed by the nation's capital. At its dedication in 1982, 150,000 converged to be a part of the 56-hour candlelight vigil as the 58,000 names were read. This black gash in a city of white monuments stands as a stark reminder of a time that we must never forget. Unlike its neighbors, the memorial honors no single leader, nor does it send any political statement. It has been called the most profound evocation of the Vietnam experience. One cannot step onto the walkway without feeling the tangible human cost. It is a place where the present and the memories of the past collide. It is July in Washington, D.C., and the heat and humidity are in a photo finish. This oppressive heat radiates in waves from the pavement and bounces off the black mirror. I walk into the blackness of it. 58,000 faceless names march by solemnly, silently, name upon name upon name in an endless procession, each with a private and all too brief story, behind the thing etched forever, gray against black. The walkway descends as the black wall rises to an overpowering 10 feet, creating a world of its own. There are no sounds of traffic anymore. Tones are hushed. Casualties of war are everywhere. Memories are as numerous as flowers. Medals abound. The music is there too. Or is that from inside? Suddenly it is difficult to see. This huge, silent army becomes a monstrous blur. The stones on the walkway are hot, and they burn my knees, but the granite is oh so cool to the touch. The tears come publicly, but this is a very private moment. One name has a face. There you are, old friend, best friend. The music is louder now and the voice is muddled. Can you hear Phil and Dawn singing our song again, love? I miss you. You have been gone so long. Are you okay? We were so young, so innocent, and so idealistic. And only one of us has ever aged. It is happening all around me, but no one intrudes. Time warps, and for one brief moment, it is Camelot again. In the words of the design committee, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial on the Mall shall be a place of quiet reflection and a tribute to those who served their nation in difficult times. All who come here can find a place of healing. May it continue to be so, and may we never forget. Sleep well, my love. The Vietnam War Vet, Rita J. Lammers, copyright, 2002. Men and women died in honor in a land so far away. How do we explain the conflict to the children of today? When they look at us with wonder, tell us, did we win the war? All these lives are gone forever. What was all the fighting for? Drop down on a knee and tell them, all the vets of Vietnam fought this fight for others' freedom, no regard for their own harm. All the names upon this wall, these people did not die in vain, for freedom's price throughout the world is living on in each one's name. Valiantly they fought the fight, in that place across the sea, sacrificed their lives so bravely, trying to make others free. They did not question, should I go? They served with willingness and grace to try and bring a taste of freedom to another land and place. We know from all their sacrifices it takes a special kind of heart to fight and help their fellow man to care that much and do their part. And if you do not understand the price we pay for freedom yet, you'll find the answer living still within a Vietnam War vet.